You know, guys, I am sick of being a TikToker slash YouTuber. This is one of the hardest, most bone-breaking jobs imaginable that anyone could think of, where I have to click things, I have to make sure there's not too much lint on my shirt, I have to work for like 3 hours a day, and to make it worse, sometimes people don't subscribe when they learn something. So this is why I have a new exit plan for me as a TikToker and YouTuber, and that's offering Joe Keery $100,000 to be my business partner. Joe Keery was a dude who wasn't supposed to have that long of a run on Stranger Things, where they actually written to be killed off in like the 4th episode of the show. He lucked out because the writers realized making a deadbeat dad get a redemption arc in his story is just not a good idea, so Joe Keery got to stay. And then in season 2, he gets more fame because the world learned he had nice hair. Capitalize that, in season 2 they mentioned the character of Steve Harrington uses Fabergé Organics for his hair as well as Farrah Fawcett hairspray, which is not even a product they sell anymore, but at the same time it's so in demand that people started selling bottles of it on Etsy that they actually just make. At the same time, GQ and all these men's magazines have gone out trying to get the Steve Harrington look going on hair, where they're recommending all these different routines, but Joe Keery hasn't cashed in on it all. So this is my offer to Joe Keery. I want to pay him $100,000 and give him 50% of a company called Harrington. We are going to launch a hair care brand for men using his fame as the Steve Harrington character. Just to show I'm serious, I applied for the trademark spending $60, and I also bought both domains where the name could apply to, investing $24, so I'm already about $84 deep into this venture, Joe. The reason I want to sell Joe Keery on the idea of launching Harrington with me is we have all these other celebrities launching hair care brands. Jennifer Aniston launched a brand called Lola V, and it's doing $25 million a year in sales now. You got guys like this Penguin Zero wannabe Jonathan Van Ness, who launched his own hair care brand that's also doing $20 million in sales. Now, there's probably a lot of people saying, you can't call it Harrington, you can't do that, Netflix is going to sue, the Stranger Things producers are going to sue, you can't do it. Guess what? You can, because Netflix doesn't actually own the trademark on Harrington like I do now. And also, at the same time, look at this guy right here, Jaleel White, known for playing Steve Urkel in the 1990s. He launched his own wacky tobacco brand called Purple Urkel, and he did not actually get in trouble with the network. He did it completely on his own, and there was no trademark dispute. This is my offer to Joe Keery. I want to give him $100,000 up front to show I'm serious. Then I want to give him 50% of the company, which will dilute if we take on any new partners, but the same dilution I take. Now, at the same time, we call it Harrington, my brand. I put up all the money to get it off the ground, and then we will just market the product online, get it in stores, and I do have one really big contact that can help us out, who I think he'd be willing to say yes to partner, but I can't say his name over TikTok. Now, at the same time, if you're interested, here's my contact information. Well, that's my business card at least. You can't really see anything. But my email is charles@paralo.com, seen right here. Shoot me a message or follow me on Instagram, because we are going to work together to launch a billion-dollar hair care brand. You got good hair. I've got good hair. We will do it. And with that, I'm Charles Paralo, setting Joe Keery an actually serious business pitch. Kind of.